Free breakfast for a limited time this morning for loud hotel neighbors. A few weeks ago, my family went to this hotel resort for a weekend getaway. We were supposed to relax by the pool, let the kids run around, just chill out, but the second we checked in, I knew we were screwed. We got stuck on the third floor right underneath what sounded like a family of elephants. Like, I'm talking constant banging, running, jumping, slamming doors. When we were putting our kids to bed around 8 p.m., we kept shushing them and reminding them that other people were trying to sleep. Meanwhile, the ceiling above us sounded like someone was bowling up there. My wife Sarah kept looking up every time there was a crash. I could see her getting more and more pissed off. Around 9 p.m., it got worse. The kids upstairs were literally sprinting back and forth. You could hear adults yelling at them, but nobody was actually making them stop. Then came the furniture moving. Like they decided to rearrange their entire room at 10 at night. Chairs scraping across the floor, something heavy being dragged. My wife looked at me and said, "Are you going to do something about this?" I called the front desk twice. Both times they said they'd send someone up to talk to them. Nothing changed. The noise kept going until well after midnight. I could sleep through pretty much anything and my kids were already passed out. But Sarah was just lying there staring at the ceiling, fuming. I knew I wasn't getting any action that weekend because of these people. Unhappy wife, unhappy life. We all finally fell asleep around 1 in the morning. Here's the thing though, I have this weird superpower where I only need like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Every single day I wake up at 5 a.m. without an alarm. My body just does it automatically. Sure enough, the next morning at 5 a.m., I was wide awake, and the second I opened my eyes, I knew exactly what I was going to do. I got dressed super quiet so I wouldn't wake up Sarah or the kids. Then I went down to the elevator area where they had one of those hotel house phones on the wall. I picked it up and dialed 6 plus their room number, the room directly above ours. It rang 5 times, 6 times. Nobody answered. I hung up and stood there for a second feeling kind of guilty. Maybe I should just let it go and get some coffee. But then I remembered Sarah's face last night, how angry she was, how these people had ruined our whole first night. So I said screw it and called back. This time someone answered on the third ring, a woman's voice, super groggy, barely awake. Hello? She sounded like she'd been hit by a truck. I put on my most cheerful customer service voice. Good morning, this is the front desk calling with your wake-up call. Are you awake? There was confused silence on the other end. Then I kept going. We have a special promotion for families staying with us this weekend. Free breakfast buffet and complimentary water park passes for your entire family. But here's the thing, it's first come, first served and extremely limited. You need to come down to the front desk within the next 30 minutes to claim your passes. Otherwise, we have to give them to other guests. More confused silence. Then she kind of mumbled something like, okay, thank you. I said, have a great day, and hung up. Then I went down to the lobby and got myself a coffee from the little breakfast area. I found a chair in the corner where I could see the front desk perfectly and just waited. About 20 minutes later, the elevator doors opened. Out came this mom with crazy bedhead wearing sweatpants and a wrinkled t-shirt. Behind her came this dad in basketball shorts looking half asleep. Then 4 kids ranging from maybe 5 to 12 years old all stumbling around like zombies. One of them was still in pajamas. They walked up to the front desk and the mom said something to the lady working there. I couldn't hear from where I was sitting, but I could see the receptionist's confused face. The mom started getting louder. I heard her say someone from the hotel called us about free breakfast and water park passes. The receptionist shook her head. She pulled out some papers and started showing the mom something. The mom's face went from tired to angry real fast. She asked to speak to a manager. The night manager came out looking equally confused. They all stood there talking for like 5 minutes while the kids were whining and pulling on their parents' arms. Finally, I saw the realization hit the mom's face. She put her hand over her mouth. Then she looked around the lobby like she was trying to figure out who pranked her. The dad looked so tired and defeated. They gathered up their kids and headed back to the elevator. One of the kids was crying about wanting to go to the water park. I finished my coffee, walked past them to the elevator, smiled and said good morning. The mom glared at me but had no idea it was me. I went back to my room where Sarah and the kids were still sleeping peacefully. Best coffee I ever had.